challenge in defending a team like Indiana with some of the guys they've got?
Well, you know, the way I look at it, Indiana's got one first-team All-League player and a lottery pick, and they're not the same person. So when you get outside of that, they still have a bunch of real talented guys. Certainly a challenge to win at Assembly Hall, but we've been fortunate to do it a few times. You have to go in there, have a real Warriors mentality. With Coach Archie Miller, you got to really guard their actions. They're good in transition. They run clever stuff, and they're rock solid defensively. So, you know, I watched that Maryland game, which is a really good game, and they looked great early. And Maryland can wear you out like anybody. So we expect a tough ball game.
How much stress does a versatile guy like Juwan Morgan put on your defense?
A lot. Yeah, I mean, they're a mid-sized team, and his ability to play in the post and his ability now to make threes, been very impressed. You know, he was on that MoCan team years ago, and we watched him play a lot. He's really developed his game a great deal.
They've had some stretches this year where they've had some scoring droughts. And gotten
everybody does.
Well,
just so you guys know. So
does.
yes, just so we know this, like every game you listen to, they'll say, this team hasn't scored in 4 minutes and 29 seconds. It's just everybody does. Okay, so go ahead. Let's establish.
Yeah, I know you don't wait for that to happen, but what can you do to maybe?
Well, you just got to guard them, and they've got some young guards. So if they do have a scoring drought, great. But you know, the hard part is you can't plan for it, and you never know when you're going to have one. So you just got to. We've had a good group of guys, but they'll be really good defensively. So you know, scoring will be an issue too.
You've gone up against some elite freshmen over your time here in the Big Ten.
I think he might be the best, honestly. You know, when you look at some of these guys, in the Big Ten's had Player of the Year how many different times since we've been in the league even. And he's just really impressive. One, he makes things look so easy and effortless. And he's such a good finisher. He hasn't shot the three that well, but seeing him in high school and stuff, you know he can. So that's just an adjustment probably. But he's very impressive.
You guys feeling all right coming off the game the other night as far as mentality?
Yeah, I mean, we watched the game. Again, we're trying to identify how we become a better defensive rebounding team, a better transition defensive team, what we have to do. And you have to, your attention to detail in those little things, ball screen defense, getting back, stopping the ball. Against the Big Ten teams run so hard. You know, I don't know if people recognize how hard and how fast the Big Ten runs. And, you know, to get these teams, you know, to get these teams slowed down is difficult. Indiana and Michigan State will be among the best in the country.
Thomas's numbers since the Creighton game have been really good. How's he really settled into that kind of fifth starter role?
I think just confidence and you know, we've known Tom has that gear, you know, so we'll talk to him about finding his next gear. And you know, he's a casual, laid-back person, and sometimes he'll play that way. And when he shows that gear, he can be really successful because he can shoot the ball, he passes the ball well, and he's a crafty finisher.
How big is that Penn State win in terms of giving a confidence boost to your team heading into Monday's game?
Yeah, it's an important win, but I think that, you know, you don't live and die by one game alone, because if you do that in this league, I think you'll let a game maybe beat you twice, or you'll be, if you're such a champ that you think you won this game and it's so important, then you won't be ready for the next game. I think our guys are locked in, dialed in, and ready for Indiana. I think that's the most important part. We know what we can do. We're great at Pinnacle Bank Arena. We've been okay on the road. We just haven't won enough on the road.
Think you'll be able to get a little more from Nana and Amir just with the...
Yeah, they've practiced much better, starting to look like, you know, I think Nana's probably close to 100%, and Amir, you know, is getting closer. And that's helpful because, you know, we need that depth. And those guys can help us.
With Amir, is it just getting
you know, he lost 20 whatever pounds, and he's still 10 pounds light. So, I mean, it's just getting your strength. And, I mean, you have a fever for, you know, over 100 degrees for how many days? And, I mean, he was ill. And so, you know, you just got to get that strength and timing and everything back.
How much concern do you put into the minutes your starters are logging? Is that something you even worry about?
They really don't have a hell of a lot of choice. I mean, like, when you look at the game, there's some subs we could have made, but knowing the conditions of that game, especially with those sick guys, it is what it is. So now they'll get a chance to go out and play and perform well, and hopefully they do. Nana really helped us, and Amir both helped us at Clemson and at other times on the road. So we're looking forward to getting them back in action. Thanks, everybody.